Let's create epic pitch bends. Start with this nice wavetable patch and play a MIDI C note. Switch to MIDI polyphonic expression and click on the black line 1 bar into the note to create a breakpoint. Back in note mode, copy the C note to create a stacked C chord. Now all your copied notes have that breakpoint. Create a new breakpoint at the start of the MIDI note and drag it to the middle C note. Do this for each separate MIDI note. Hey, check out this MIDI chop trick. Select the note, open MIDI transform tools, and select chop from the drop-down. Increase the number of parts chopped to 12. Next, select time warp from the drop-down. Raise breakpoint number 1 and lower breakpoint number 2 to adjust the note's speed curve. Let's listen in context. Let's spice up this drum loop. Drag a vocoder onto the loops track and set the carrier to noise. Reduce the release and reduce the lower bandpass filters. Automate the release to add variation to the loop. Automate the dry wet to control the effect's intensity. Finally, automate the formant to create a transition effect. Let's see what's behind these dynamic grainy hats. We're using a single oscillator of operator with white noise and a snappy amp envelope. We achieve variations by sending random velocity values to affect the volume level, with an 80 to 90% modulation depth dialed in. A high-pass filter with the OSR circuit type and some resonance is responsible for cutting out unwanted low frequencies. Next, random pan is added. By automating the time function, which is a global control for all operators' envelope rates, we can create tension and release to aid our arrangement. A grain delay gives the sound yet another dimension. Add instant vibe to your chords. Create a chord progression that goes with your vocal line. Now dial in a great sounding patch on your favorite VST synth.
Feel it in my bones,
Use vocoder on the vocal track. Set the carrier to external and choose audio from the chord track. Experiment with different synth patches and levels of dry and wet. This will also work with non-melodic vocals, such as spoken words. Let's use Echo's feedback feature to add textures to this bass loop. In parallel processing, we use a short delay time. Then we invert the feedback and add a bit of reverb with the feedback algorithm. For convenient automation, map the feedback knob and the chain's volume to one macro. Let's make a unique loop from a nice acoustic sample. A loop with good transients is usually a good starting point, and And here are some methods you can use. Using the beat's warping mode, set it to 1/8 or 1/16 division, select the off transient loop mode, then adjust the depth. Select a small segment. While holding down Shift, you can stretch it with your mouse. Try different warping modes and settings. Hitting the R key will reverse your selection. Assemble your new loop from the updated parts. Now you can consolidate your new loop to create your own new sample. If you would like to learn Ableton 12 with all the foundations of music production, check out our Beginner to Advanced Live 12 Start to Finish course.
And I just want you to let me breathe.
Also, be sure to check out the Everything Bundle Collector's Edition, which includes all courses, sound packs, and project files in our store.